Now, recently you saw how we added tables, and this is the results of some of our work here. And I mentioned during some of that discussion that it's not the best way to work with actual data. You can work with data within a Word table, but probably the best way to work with data is to bring it over from another application, for example, Excel. And there's a very easy way to do that, which is really the focus of this module. To get started, I want to show you how you can actually work with data. So I've manipulated the chart just a little bit here, not the chart, the table, and I've added a total column. I've actually changed this very simply here. You can go now to your table tools to the layout and click on this data button on the right hand side. And here we can insert a formula, and Word will now kind of guess what formula you want most of the time if you have your insertion point in a column like this. So if the insertion point's there and you add a formula, it doesn't know. If you set your insertion point in the cell that's going to total up these numbers, then again, see how it takes this, it takes a guess that the formula equals sum of the numbers to the left. So if I click on OK there, it'll put the field there of 12. What that will let me do then is if I press, or if I enter a new data, if I do an 8 there, then this will be updated if I press F9 on the keyboard. Now I'm not going to press F9 because that will actually pause my recording. So I'll just have to, you'll have to take me at my word there about the updating of the field. Now, as I mentioned, you can add other formulas as well. And the way that you do that, again, go to the data, choose the formula button here. It opens up the formula dialog box. If you don't like the sum, if you want instead of an average, you can just paste the function of average or total count. It's not worth, maximum, minimum, product. So we dealt with sum, and that's the guess that it makes. And again, I want to click on average. Go back up to this, and I'm going to edit. I'm going to take I'll type in left here because we're going to average out what is to the left of our cell there. So I'm going to paste this function in that cell, average of the numbers on the left, and then click on OK, and it adds 5.5. Again, I can update the numbers, and the little gray shading behind each of these formulas tells me very quickly that this is a field that is subject to change. Now, at the beginning of the module, I said the way that we typically work with data is that we insert charts into our document. That provides a much more dynamic way to work with data. And in fact, I'll just tackle this in a separate module. So we'll have like a part A and a part B of this particular module of actually working with data in your Word documents.